Welcome to the 18th episode of Brass Unpacked. Today, we're taking you straight into the heart of the Roaring Twenties, a whirlwind decade of cultural energy, economic optimism, and social change. Across Europe, and especially in France, people were finally rediscovering the joy of living after the trauma of the First World War. It's the era when Art Deco takes center stage, when jazz spills out into the streets, and when a newfound hunger for escape draws crowds into cabarets and dazzling nightlife spots. A charged electric decade, bursting with new ideas, freedom, and dreams of a different world. In 2024, French composer Thierry Deleruyelle dove back into this vibrant period with Crazy Twenties, a work that pays tribute to the spirit of the interwar years. Bold, carefree, and remarkably visionary. We kick off our journey in the bustling Paris of 1920. The city is buzzing, charged with a fresh energy that seems to sweep across the entire country. Everywhere you go, there's a palpable sense of joy. And drifting through the air, whether in the streets, the salons, or over the radio, you can catch that unmistakable, irresistible scent of the tango, taking over Paris note by note. The streets are overflowing with life. Between the honking cars, the buzz of busy shops, and this sudden rush toward consumerism, you can feel it everywhere. People are trying to make up for lost time after those long, difficult years. But behind all this renewed frenzy, the shadow of World War I still lingers. Soldiers return home, many of them wounded, and the scars of war remain etched into cities, still waiting to be rebuilt. That's exactly what the second movement explores. A far more melancholic moment, one that pulls us back to the stark reality of human loss, and the terrible price so many nations were forced to pay. Now we head up to the heights of Paris, into the bohemian heart of Montparnasse. After the war, the artists who once brought Montmartre to life gradually drift south, settling here. And under the influence of La Ruche, a true hive of artistic creation, the neighborhood becomes a magnet for thinkers, writers, and creators from every corner of the world. This vibrant atmosphere is exactly what the third movement captures, a Montparnasse that's alive, cosmopolitan, and endlessly inspiring. Among those who would call it home are two giants of American literature, Ernest Hemingway and F. Scott Fitzgerald, the author of The Great Gatsby. Carried by a constantly shifting harmonic line, the melody unfolds like a kaleidoscope of colors. It feels as though we're sliding from one canvas to the next, drifting through the works of Picasso, Matisse, or Modigliani, artists who, at the time, were themselves part of this legendary neighborhood. Tomato juice, a splash of lemon, a dash of Tabasco, a pinch of salt, and of course, vodka. That's the iconic recipe for the Bloody Mary, the cocktail that took 1920s Paris by storm. You could sip it at Harry's New York bar just as easily as at the Ritz on Place Vendôme. In the fourth movement, this legendary drink, and the people who indulged in it, come to life through virtuosic solos, all riding on a hiccuping, slightly off-kilter blues rhythm. And when it comes to the cocktail's name, the mystery only deepens. Some say it nods to Mary Tudor, known as Bloody Mary, the infamous queen. But truth be told, we'll probably never know for sure where this intriguing name really came from. The final movement shines a spotlight on the Charleston and the growing influence of American music on French society. You can even catch a subtle nod to Baby Dodds, the legendary New Orleans drummer, famous for adding temple blocks and bells to his kit to enrich the rhythmic texture. As the grand fugue unfolds, cabarets begin sprouting up all over Paris, drawing in crowds hungry for novelty and entertainment. It's an explosion of nightlife, fueled by a collective desire to feel alive again. This is the age of jazz, a time when the music seems to be everywhere at once. In the United States and across Europe, Duke Ellington and Louis Armstrong rise as true icons. And at the heart of this explosive new sound lies the art of solo improvisation, giving every performance its own unique, unpredictable spark. true icon of the Roaring Twenties, Josephine Baker bursts onto the Parisian scene, setting cabarets ablaze with her electrifying Charleston dances. Her arrival is nothing short of a revelation, one that will leave a lasting imprint on the imagination of an entire era. Everywhere you look, people are dancing. It's a magical interlude, suspended between two of the major events of modern history. A moment that will come to an abrupt end with the stock market crash, yet leave an indelible mark across the European continent. The Roaring Twenties, a brief flash of brilliance, but one we'll never forget.